Hey guys, so today I'm starting a 5-day experiment with my first ever foundation, which is Rimmel Clean Finish Foundation in Warm Ivory. Looks like that. You can kind of see against my skin there. And I've never had a foundation before, so we'll see. So part of my experiment will also be with applying it as well as with the foundation. This one said it was for foundation. It's kind of like that. The reason I'm filming all 5 days applying it is just so you can kind of see my reactions to it, like as I apply it, going like, ooh, or oh, like, you know, just to get a good idea. So right now I have no makeup on at all, so this is my natural skin. You'll see better when I zoom in a little. And I'll just be putting this on and seeing how I look afterwards. See how much coverage it gives and all that, and how it looks like as far as naturalness. It's supposed to be very light. I'll read what it says it's supposed to do. It's supposed to look 100% poreless for natural, even complexion, lightweight to a clean, fresh finish, with vitamins A and E plus antioxidants, fragrance-free, and dermatologist tested. So dermatologist tested, and now it's going to be Shelby tested. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it because we have to fit all 5 days into this one video. And this is day 1, Monday. Alright, so I zoomed it in just so you can see my whole face while still being as close as I possibly could. You can see my skin's not so hot right now. Got some blemishes. I don't know if you can even see that. I don't know why I'm showing off my blemishes, like, oh, looking hot. No, just so you can see just that my skin is not at its best right now. You know. So I'm going to be trying this method that I think it was Mac Barbie used, where she put it on with her fingers first, just to get a base down, and then used a brush to get a kind of more airbrushed look. So I'm going to be trying that using this brush today. This is from Target, and it's from that kit that has 4 brushes that I showed in my haul. Just gonna take it out. It has a little spatula thing. Alright, so I just did it with my fingers, and actually it already has an amazing coverage, like already covered a lot of the blemishes, at least made them less noticeable. And why I applied it with my fingers is just to warm up the foundation, make it blend really well. So that's the look after the first step, and now I'm going to do it kind of again, but with a brush to kind of make sure it's, especially in the problem areas, which are like in this area and like around here. I really like the look of this. It really is very natural looking. So after first day, I'm very impressed so far. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of like powder, concealer, whatever else I need on my face, and then I'll come back and just give you a quick summary of what I think after the first day in relation to their claims. Alright, so first off, I just want to apologize that my hair looks so gross, but as far as my skin, it's looking great. I don't know if you can really tell, but yeah, those blemishes don't show very much, and I didn't even have to apply very much concealer, which is good because my concealer's more my summer color, and I'm starting to pale out, which is mainly why I got the foundation, because I thought it was easier than just trying to find the right concealer. So, and yes, I did pick the right color. I'm so excited. Plus, I feel like from what I could tell, this foundation blends out in a way that if you're a little off on color, I feel like it's still going to look pretty good. As you can see, it matches my neck pretty well. That is my first day of Rimmel Clean Finish. So far, really loving it. As far as poreless, yes, I do feel very poreless. I feel like my skin is like a sheet that I put over my face. Like, it looks really great. And it does conceal blemishes pretty well. You do need a little concealer for the big ones, but for the little ones that are just kind of marks from old ones, they get completely covered, so that's great. And as far as lightweight, yeah, I don't even feel like I'm wearing it. It feels really good. Actually, my skin just feels really smooth. It doesn't feel cakey or anything. If you look really up close in a mirror, it cakes a little around blemishes, but you can't tell that unless you're like, you know, really close, which I'm not going to do that anymore. Sorry, guys. And it just makes me feel like my whole face looks a little brighter because it's just so amazing. And it covered up my anything I had under eye, too. Yeah, I didn't have to apply much other makeup, which is great. And it applies really easily. Like when you do it with your fingers, it feels even easier than a tinted moisturizer to apply. And then when you take it with your brush, it blends in really easily. And I don't have any line here, so that's good. So far, this is really good. But the reason I'm doing it 5 days is because I know it's easy to become disenchanted with a product after using it a few times. So, this is the first day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Morning, guys. Today is the second day of my experiment, and I'm going to apply my Rimmel Clean Finish Foundation the same way I did yesterday. Hey guys, so I'm here. It's late in the day, not late, but like afternoon of my second day, and I wanted to kind of show you what the foundation's looking like later in the day. This foundation doesn't seem to like budge that much once you have it on. Now, I didn't think it was as nice today as it was yesterday, and I'm thinking that might have been because I did use a moisturizing wash this morning, which kind of made my skin a little oilier. Like, if you look at my nose right here, I don't know if you can tell, it looks really oily, and I think that's kind of gross and weird, so I don't know. And also, it feels a little, like, less smooth today, a little cakier. Still lightweight, but kind of like a greasy feel to it, and it did cake up around the blemishes, if you can see, like, especially right here. So day 2, not quite as nice and perfect as day 1, but still is really nice. You can see because I didn't really have to apply any concealer, and most of my blemishes are not really showing. So I am a little upset by the fact that the texture was not quite as nice today, but I'm still hopeful that this will be a great foundation for the next 3 days. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Alright, so good morning, guys. It's day 3 of my experiment, and I think I figured out by watching my footage what I did wrong yesterday that made my foundation a little ick. I think I just put too much on, so today I'll be doing the same method I usually do, but using less. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 4 of my 5-day experiment. Yesterday my camera cut off because it ran out of battery in the middle of me filming myself doing my foundation, and I didn't get to let you know that it turns out the problem on Tuesday was that I just had too much on. So putting less on fixed that problem, and it looked pretty good yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and move on and put on the foundation for today. Same way again. I was going to try stippling, but this brush works fine, and I don't really have another use for it, so. Alright, here we go. it is the last day of my experiment with Rimmel Clean Finish, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it right now. So, stay tuned, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on what I thought this 5 days on that foundation. Alright, so I'm here with my final thoughts because my 5-day test of Rimmel Clean Finish Foundation is over. So here's the foundation, here's me. You can probably see the color matches fairly well. And I love this stuff, okay? It looks really good today. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you my final thoughts based on the claims in the bottle and what I found, the pros, cons, and my tips and tricks for getting the best application. Alright, so first I'll start with the claims on the bottle. It says that it will look 100% poreless for natural even complexion. That is actually my favorite thing about this foundation, is that it really does do that. Like, my skin looks like so even. Like, I usually have a lot of pores on my nose. You don't see those at all. It is so amazing. So that is the #1 best thing about this foundation, I think, is that it really does do that, and that's awesome. Lightweight for clean, fresh finish, and that relates to my tip on getting the best application, but yes, for the most part, it does have a lightweight feeling. I'll let you know what the exception for that is. And then, yeah, that's really their only claims, besides just like saying it has antioxidants and all that, which I can't prove. So, alright, cons. 2 things. One is that you have to be really careful not to apply too much, because if you apply too much, it looks really cakey, and even if you apply like even a tiny bit too much, it will cake around blemishes and dry spots. So you really do have to do it light hand, but has pretty good coverage. I'm going to finish my cons and then I'll tell you the coverage. So con is it tends to oxidize a little right after you put it on. So you put it on and you think it looks great, and then like 5 minutes later it looks a little darker. So keep that in mind when you're applying it. Like, if it looks really light, it's going to darken a little, but not too much, not like crazy amounts, but it is a little darker than when you're first rubbing it on. It looks a little lighter. Sorry. Anyway, also, as far as coverage, it's actually a pretty good coverage. I did not wear very much concealer this week. I had like 2 spots I had to put it on all week. The rest of the time I was not wearing concealer. I was just wearing my foundation and pressed powder and all that. But yeah, it doesn't, it has pretty good coverage, like probably somewhere between light and medium. Like, I didn't do any under eye concealer this week, which is awesome. Like, the finish of it, it is just a really natural finish. Like, you get a glow from it that's like really natural. You don't get shine, you don't get, I'm by the way dry, like combination skin, like dry and then oily in a few spots, like right here and like in that area. But yeah, and I didn't really get any oily spots. And then as far as application, I applied it, as you saw throughout the week, with my fingers all over. That's where I got the most coverage, and then I just took it with a brush like this in like my chin and my forehead, making sure not to get it in there. So if you have any dry spots or breakout spots, I would not suggest putting too much there, because it's gonna flake and clump and all that. So that's my tips on application, and as far as I'm gonna give it a rating out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it a 4. Really good foundation. I mean, not perfect, but it works for me, and the color is pretty awesome, if you can see that. So really good stuff. I highly recommend it, and I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a week, 5-day test of Rimmel Clean Finish. Bye guys.